প্রিয় দর্শক, আপনাদের সবাইকে আমন্ত্রণ জানাচ্ছি আয়ন টেলিভিশনের A Tale of Two Festive Cities এই অনুষ্ঠানটিতে। এখন ব্রিটেনে চলছে শরৎকাল বা অটম। শরৎ মানে আমাদের সবার জন্য একটা ভালো সময়, যখন পাতা ঝরার দিন আসে একটু শীত, কিন্তু যারা সনাতন ধর্মাবলম্বী রয়েছেন তাদের জন্য শরৎ মানেই পুজোর ঘণ্টা বাজায়। দেশে যারা আছেন তারা জানেন এ সময় আমরা কাশফুল দেখি, সাদা মেঘের ভেলা দেখি, আমরা দেখি যে নতুন একটি পরিবেশ, একটি আবহাওয়ার মধ্য দিয়ে নতুন একটি ঋতুকে বরণ করা হয় অত্যন্ত পবিত্র একটি পুজোর মধ্য দিয়ে। কলকাতায় বাংলা ভাষাভাষী যারা রয়েছেন, পশ্চিমবঙ্গের মানুষ, কলকাতা এবং কলকাতার আশেপাশে যারা রয়েছেন, বাংলাদেশে যারা রয়েছেন এবং ব্রিটেনে যারা রয়েছেন, তাদের সবার জন্য এই সময়টি খুব গুরুত্বপূর্ণ। আয়ন টেলিভিশনের পক্ষ থেকে আমরা আজকে একটি বিশেষ আয়োজন করেছি, একটু ভিন্ন। আমরা বলছি দুটো শহরের কথা, যে দুটো শহরে এই সময়টিতে পুরো মাস জুড়ে চলে অনেক আয়োজন। সবাই উৎসবে মাতেন, সব ধর্মের মানুষ এতে যোগ দেন, যেমনটা আজ আমরা এখানে বসেছি নতুন করে এই উৎসবটিকে উদযাপন করতে। আমাদের আজকের এই আয়োজনে আমরা যেমন আমাদের ইউকের স্টুডিওতে আছি, তেমনি আরেকটি অংশে সেই কলকাতায় রয়েছে আমাদের ব্রিটিশ হাই কমিশন, যে ডেপুটি হাই কমিশন রয়েছে, তারা যোগ দিয়েছেন এবং সেখানে শ্রদ্ধেয় ভাজন অনেক ব্যক্তি আমাদের সাথে আছেন। So what we'll do is, from now on, we will try to conduct the whole session together, from here and 1,000 miles apart, all the way to Kolkata, to the Deputy High Commission in Kolkata. We'd like to invite the panel here, and then I'll introduce you to our special guest a little later. So, ladies and gentlemen, with a pleasure, it's really a pleasure to invite the guests. So we have Sayantan Das Odhikari. He's the director of Candid Communications, and who actually initiated the whole thing. It was sort of like his brainchild. Let's do something different for this puja. So we are going to have UK and Kolkata together, yes, and talk about it.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you so much, Saida.
And then we have Saurabh Bosu. Saurabh Bosu is the founding member of Panchmukhi. It's a group in Harrow who organizes puja for many, many years. It's up in North London.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you very much.
And then, lastly, we have got Mr. Sujit Dey. Sujit Dey is from Shonatan Association, and welcome. And you perform puja in East London. So you see, we've got a variety of guests here. And with us, we also have in Kolkata at the British Club, in British Deputy High Commission, His Excellency Mr. Bruce Bucknell. He's the Deputy High Commissioner. Hello.
Hello, good to see you. Good to hear you, Saida.
Good. So, Bruce, I have just introduced you to our audience here. If you'd like to say a few words.
The challenge, as ever, is technology, and it's like being on a live television.
We have Mr. Campea sitting up, who is a acclaimed photographer, writer, a contributor to National Geographic, who runs events for Sriya Ganguly, Bengal's favourite son and cricketer, and who I hope will also be answering the same questions as your colleagues in the US.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And we welcome all the guests, and as well as yourself, who has kindly given time to join us this evening. So, ladies and gentlemen, what the format will be is like there will be questions coming on, and we'll be discussing about the festivities that we have here in the UK and also back home. We have seen that a lot of things need to be done to organize these pujas, and there will be questions around how they organize it, where it's begun, the history, the culture, the diversity, and the celebrations. Without further ado, let's just move on with the questions. So, Bruce, what would you be asking first, I think, to our audience here?
Kolkata and London, with some very patient-looking members of the Bengali community in London, the Pravashis from Bengal in London, and we're trying to have a conversation all around with 700,000 people in Britain who speak Bengali, more than 200 Bengali associations. You are, to our mind, what we consider the living bridge, the connection between Britain and Bengal that creates goodwill, helps mutual understanding, and with all the social, economic and other exchanges, contribute to the flow of investment and trade between our two countries. And we're actually talking about the Durga Puja, and for outsiders, it's one of the most difficult festivals to sort of explain in one easy sentence. Is it the world's largest community festival? Is it a most fantastic burst of creativity and demonstration of joy? Whatever it is a fantastic asset for West Bengal, and we're very pleased that my colleagues with the British Council are working with the Department of Tourism of the Government of West Bengal to develop the profile of Bengal, and in particular the Durga Puja and all the accoutrements that can follow on, so that, for example, this year UK's Totally Thames Festival showcased the Durga Puja Festival in August and September in their festival on the riverbank in London. And following on from the Puja, my colleagues in the British Council are very keen to promote a river festival, the Government of West Bengal promote a river festival here in Calcutta along the Hooghly. And I think it's that unlocking of Bengal's creative talent, heritage and spirit that really is going to be part of what I would like to think will be the second Bengal Renaissance. But that's a little bit me getting overexcited here. Perhaps if we just move on, calm myself down, perhaps we should ask your colleagues, what are the oldest pujas in Britain and who started them?
Right, moving from there is just the question, like, who do you think, when did it all begin, to be honest?
I think Camden is the oldest puja.
Yeah, I think Panchamukhi started in 2006, and before that we used to go to Camden. So I would say Camden.
I think it's the 56th year, Camden, and it was started when there was no concept of puja in this country, and organizing a puja, which is termed as a religious festival in this country. I mean, I'm talking about United Kingdom, and there were a lot of challenges, and now this is the only puja which happens in the central London, because if you consider the London, entire borough of London, where most of the pujas are, apart from the East London pujas, the other pujas mostly takes place like North and West, but this is a puja which actually takes place in central London.
Okay.
And this is the 56th year, and obviously this is termed as the most recalled puja in this country, because Camden Centre is located right across King's Cross Station. So whoever comes from outside UK.
So far as we have the information, it's like a half a century old ritual that's going on in the UK, to be honest.
Yes.
And that's kind of like how it started in central London. It's still going on in full swing, and like you said, that you have started. How many years have you started?
36 years ago we started in East London. There's a place called Toynbee Hall, right in the East London centre. And at that time it was very difficult for us to get a premises, a venue. Then we were provided with a cellar, the underground, a small space to start with. This is in 1983, I believe. And then only 5 people organized this one. Only 5 people, they are the founder in a small flat in East London. That one is the puja.
So you've doing it for 36 years.
Yes.
And you're doing it.
14 years now.
You are kind of like the new generation
Possibly,
organizers,
yes,
isn't
yes,
it? So
yes,
it's kind of like a
absolutely.
legacy that is happening
Yeah,
here.
absolutely.
So you are organizing in different
Yeah.
folds, right? Have you got any more questions regarding?
I'm going to miss the pujas in London. I absolutely love it. But I'm also excited because I'm going to be spending pujas in Calcutta after 17 years, almost. So which is great. But you know, one of the things which is most exciting, which is the numbers that Bruce had said initially about the power of the Bengali community. And the interesting thing is that that I remember in 2013 when I was looking at the census, being posted there as the editor of the Times of India that time. I remember, Bruce, very interestingly, there are 49 main languages spoken in England, in UK, and Bengali was the 5th commonest language spoken there. And of the top 6, there were 3 Indian languages. So so that is the power of Bengal there. And one of the great things about the pujas that happen there, apart from the exterior that you see in Calcutta, the whole show of the pandals and stuff. Everything is the same. In fact, the fervor that I get there is so homely. Because the only difference is that the pujas in London or UK happen in halls, in community halls and stuff. And I remember somebody telling me, I don't know whether it still happens or not, that the puja in South London in 80s and 90s there were only single puja. Now there are about 25 of them. And if I'm not mistaken, the puja in South London happens in a place called Chuck 89, which is actually owned by a Muslim man. So that shows the way that communities come together to actually do that, and which is I feel that that pujas are, for example, the greatest cauldron of churning hearts. 60 million people on the roads in Calcutta. So I think that that London is just, and one of the great things about the pujas in London, which is exciting, is that that in America, for example, they look at weekends to do it. The Bengali community in London actually follow the same dates as Calcutta, which is such an incredible thing, because it's not like you make place and time for pujas in your life. You don't work around it with your schedule.
Yep. Yeah. Thank you very much. Yes, absolutely. Like the other day, I was walking by South Bank and I saw these pop-up banners and the cultural things that British Council is promoting. It's all about Bengal, like they're joining 2 rivers, like the rivers that talks about Puja,
the Ganges and the Thames.
The Ganges and the Thames. And I think that's a fantastic way of promoting religion and giving a message of cultural harmony, and which I think here in the UK we celebrate thoroughly.
Absolutely.
If I can come to you, Shourabh Basu, that you've been doing this in Harrow, so we know that in Harrow there's a very strong community there who has been doing it. What has been your experience?
Well, we started the puja 2006, and the biggest motivation for us was that we wanted to do something different. Okay, in the sense that we did not want to compromise on the essence of the puja, and also basically trying to do the puja in a bit different way, right? So what we did was that we started doing the puja in a way we used to do it back in India, in the sense like theme-based puja. Like we have created the Kineshwar temple, we have created 10 Downing Street, those kind of concepts, okay? And we do the puja for entire 7 to 8 days, and it comprises of cultural programs, free food, and following the exact time which we used to follow back in India. It's like Shoshti, Shoptami, Ashtami till Dashami. And the idea behind was that we have to pass something back to the next generation, and we involve the next generation as well. And the whole concept was about participation. And I'm just not talking about Hindu as a religion. I'm talking about people from all the communities coming and participating. Okay, probably I've seen Sufi in front of Mother Goddess, when we did the puja one of the years. So it's like we try to break that barrier and try to do something differently, and touching the cultural aspect, and as well as the puja aspect, and also the commercial aspect.
Okay. Yes.
Like your question would be how do we organize an 8-day event in a hall like Harrow Arts Centre, which is one of the heritage halls, hugely expensive, and we solely rely on our sponsors to do that. So we have the corporate angle as well.
Oh, that's actually.
And without the money we can't do anything. So we have tried to keep a fine balance between the corporate, the commercial aspect, and as well with essence of puja.
If I can come to you,
Sure.
Shujit, then.
Sure, yeah.
Where you perform your puja, it's a Bengali-dominated area in East
This
London.
is, yes, it's
and most of
Bengali-dominated.
the population there are Muslim.
Yes, it's
and
true.
we have got a big Bangladeshi community there as
Mhm,
well.
mhm,
I
yes.
myself always go to I go to many places. Harrow's a bit too far for me, to be honest, but I always make sure that
Your
I'm going
call.
to York and other
Your
places
call,
in
sure.
East London.
Yes.
But how do you find it? Like, you've got two Bengals coming together.
Yes.
Not only two Bengals, but multi-religion
Sure.
aspect of it. How
Sure.
do you see that?
We welcome everybody, any faith or anybody, welcome to come and join with us, have fun. This is really a fun, really. And as you said, there is not many Hindu people lives in this area. Our devotees comes from all over UK, not just from local. They come from Manchester, from Sheffield, from Birmingham, and everywhere they come here to join. Because this is one of the oldest puja, so they know this puja very well, Sanatan, and they come here to join here as well. And this puja is a bit different from, as Saurabh said, they're a bit different, but we are not. We are still the traditional puja that was used to be in 20, 50, 80, 100 years ago in Kolkata or Bengal, in the village of Bengal. We do the same way we perform our puja with same devotion. Is more devotional than the cosmetic things.
Right.
We do real prayers.
Right. Going back to the Deputy High Commissioner, Bruce Bucknell, have you got another question for our panel?
Well, I'm very conscious that the challenge of the puja includes immersions, and of course immersion in Hooghly here in the Ganga is relatively straightforward, but I can imagine that in London, with securing, or even other parts of Britain, securing permission to immerse your idol, your Durga idol, in a river is actually quite difficult. So how do you go about that?
Yes, it is difficult.
It's a very good question, to be honest.
Basically, it's a storage system. Basically, what we do once the puja is over, we take the idol back to storage or go down, whatever you can say, and we basically reassemble it when next time we do the puja. So there is no concept of immersion in this country.
No, but
there is.
Sorry,
I think there is.
There was once.
We have done it 3 years ago,
Okay.
and this is a lot of hassle. It's not easy job.
Right.
You have to take the permission from the police, from the local authority, from the Thames Water, and also the local area where you want to immerse your idol.
Honestly,
So this is a bit difficult, and also you take, you need two things. One is the transport. Transport is also a bit difficult. You need an open top bus and a truck.
So it becomes a very expensive.
It is expensive yes.
Ritual.
Yes,
when you
is.
try doing it. Yes.
yeah, honestly, because it's, as you rightly said, it's expensive. We get the Pratima from Kumortuli. So like for us, every 6-7 years we change the Pratima, and once we have done the puja, it goes to the warehouse. But that's not no other way out. We would love to immerse it, but it's not viable because of all of the rules around. You can't immerse in River Thames. You can't.
A few things I think also to be noted here, because you can't always get the Pratima here. Getting a Pratima every year from
Absolutely.
Kolkata
Very
or back home in
That's very
Bangladesh
expensive.
it is more expensive,
More
isn't
very
it?
expensive,
So as these are like more of it, you kind of manage your own finances. You don't get any grants or anything, or do you get them?
Well, we don't. For getting a Pratima, we don't. We have to fund ourselves.
Right.
The different ways we fund ourselves. Yes. To answer to your question, yes, we have to raise the funds.
We at Sanatan, we do get about, not a lot, a little bit of money from the local council, which is
Right.
South Hamlets.
Okay.
From the South Hamlets, they do help us a little bit. So, and the rest is from the trustees.
Right.
We've got about 37 trustees now in this year's, so all contribute as much as they can.
Here,
So
I
like
can add on, because I have been coming to this country since last 2008.
Yeah.
So I've been living here for last 1 year. What my role has been with Panchamukhi and few other pujas, that I used to bring sponsors from Calcutta.
Right. Okay.
I used to bring, because that the grandeur, the kind of cost they have to incur for organizing a puja here. Obviously, it is very difficult to get costs covered. So what I used to do, I used to get various corporates in terms of real estate, FMCG, retails, who would like to have non-resident Bengali as their clientele. So I used to pitch them. I used to tell them that okay, you have the exposure because you cannot get so many Bengalis together at one place apart from the puja occasion.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
you had a certain strategy to
yes,
get.
Yes. So that was the marketing strategy what I used to take,
Yeah.
and a lot of corporates from Calcutta or Bengal, they used to support various pujas here.
Yeah.
And particularly I can talk about Panchamukhi because I have been associated with Panchamukhi since 2010. And if you see the queue for the bhog, for the food and all, obviously we'll discuss about that. And the corporates, they can't even believe that you can have that much of gathering sitting in UK.
No, absolutely. I think that's a wonderful thing. But like going back to the original question of immersion, I think it has been proved that it's a very expensive ritual, which most of the puja committees, we have about how many pujas going on in London alone?
Around
more than
25 to 30.
I think more than that. It's
More
about
than that.
50.
Nearly
At
50
least
pujas
50.
we have same time in London alone, and not everyone is as big organizations as you people. So for smaller organization, it is a very, very expensive I would say ritual. So that's why I think most go by putting them back to the
Warehouses, yeah.
Yes, another problem, sorry. If you once you make the immersion, you have to bring back all those you left in the
haze
water.
and everything,
You have to pick them
You
up,
have to pick them
Yeah.
up.
and then you have to destroy it the way best way possible.
Yeah.
It has to be a biodegradable thing,
Yes.
so
Yes.
there are a lot
So-
of rules around it.
We will be coming back soon on this very topic. I think it's getting really interesting, and people in Kolkata, I'm sure that you're getting a different idea of how we manage the puja here. দর্শক, সময় হলো ছোট্ট একটা বিরতি নেয়ার। বিরতিতে যাচ্ছি, ফিরে আসছি এখনই। আমরা আলোচনা করছিলাম পুজো নিয়ে, যে পুজো এখানকার যে সমস্যাগুলো হয়, যে চ্যালেঞ্জেসগুলো আছে, সেগুলো কিভাবে আমরা মোকাবেলা করি। ফিরে আসছি এখনই, সঙ্গেই থাকুন।